did it go wrong?
Yeah, it's tough scorelines to take in the end. I think probably the most obvious difference is just how clinical Ireland were, and we weren't clinical enough. I'd say I've obviously not watched it back. It's tough to sort of say what I think too much right now because I've not seen it back, and then it's still obviously a sore scoreline, so I'm not sure. But I think it felt like they just took their opportunities better.
And Scottish errors need to go 17-0 down. It's like shades of the World Cup, I guess. But it's a step back from Dublin yesterday. Last year you stayed in the fight to the end in Dublin today. You didn't see that.
I think the fight was there, and from everyone on the pitch until the end. But yeah, in terms of scoring, getting away from us, it came down to errors, like you said, from our side, and the reverse on their side.
Anything more?
Well, when you take all that 8-minute performance, and you couldn't afford to start what you did, where did it sort of go wrong at the beginning of the game?
Again, it's tough. I've not seen it back. I'm trying to think how the game went to start with. We received, exited, and then I think just too many entries, which was the story for the rest of the game as well. Like they got into our 22 too often, and a team that are as clinical as that, you're always going to be tough there.
You were on the wrong side of some tough calls in the red.
Yeah, but that's sport, and I think it's one of the uncontrollable things that you just have to deal with, and you can't focus on it too much. You have to focus on what you can do differently.
So movement, guessing like.
Obviously everyone's hurting. I mean, it's tough in these weeks when you work so hard throughout the week, build it up so much, build so much belief in yourself and your team, and then you go out and you just don't perform as well as you would like to, and come out in the wrong end of the result like that. It's a sore feeling, as you can imagine.
Did you feel physically dominated today at times, particularly in the start of the game when they were points ahead and they were held up twice? Did you feel as if the power problem?
No, I think that's Ireland's game, isn't it? Is they like to run those really tight shapes and make it difficult to defend, and then blast you at the ruck time. But I don't think we felt physically dominated. I think it really is, as I said, I've not watched it back, but I think it really was a case of I think you were saying earlier, Greg, we had 5 opportunities in their 22, and that we lost the ball, and they were obviously very clinical. That's what I think the difference was.
What's it doing to the players mentally, this run of results against Ireland, and it just being a hurdle that you can't seem to get over?
I mean, there's obviously got a few questions about this in the press conference. I think the biggest thing for this game, and still the biggest thing now, is it was the second round of the Six Nations. Both teams were on a win, 5-pointer, and whoever won it essentially was going to be at the top of the table going into round 3. When it comes to Six Nations, I think you have to give the credit to the tournament, and that's what the game was. That was the reason that the game was so big, and every time that they play Ireland, usually it's in the Six Nations, and usually there's a lot to play for, so that's what it comes down to for us.
Rory, I think it was the 15th minute, it was 17-8, you had a penalty under the post, they took it through. Was that an easy decision to make, because you were kind of playing on top of them at that stage?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, you back yourself there to go for the 3, and then it's a 6-point game, 1-score game, and we've got to just sort of exit better, but then they turn the ball over, and we turn it immediately over again. So we're looking at a good place there, and I'm not sure exactly what happened after that. I think they scored off a sort of box kick, it's bounced the ball, so bad decision.
But why is it something like, even if you hand them up twice, you're making big defensive plays, and yet they seem to continue to play on top? Why is it so hard to get out once they kind of get into it?
It's the game, isn't it? I mean, they're ruthless. That's what everyone says about them before you play them, and usually after as well, they're ruthless, they're clinical, and they make you feel like you're under a massive amount of pressure. But I thought we actually dealt with that yellow card period pretty well. A couple of hold-ups, like you said, and then scoring just before half-time was a big moment and gave us a bit of belief. But then just didn't capitalise on that.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay.